anything you like. He said, just act like nothing's going on. Act normal. That would mean the world to me. Can you do that, Leon? Why, sure, Mr. President. You've got it. Normal. That's how I'm going to act. I won't let on, even if I'm tortured. I said, immediately regretting that tortured a bit. He thanked me several times and hung up. I was dying to tell someone that the president himself called me, but I knew I couldn't. The sudden pressure to act normal was killing me. And what was going on anyway? I didn't know anything was going on. I saw the president on TV yesterday. He was shaking hands with a farmer. What if it wasn't really a farmer?
I needed to buy some milk, but suddenly I was afraid to go out. I checked what I had on. I looked normal to me, but maybe I looked like I was trying to be normal. That's pretty suspicious. I opened the door and looked around. What was going on?
Right, there was a car parked in front of my car that I had never seen before. A car that was trying to look normal, but I wasn't fooled. If you need milk, you have to get milk, otherwise people will think something's going on. I got into my car, sped down the road. I could feel those little radar guns popping behind every tree and bush, but apparently they were under orders not to stop. I ran into Kristen at the store. Hey, what's going on, Leon? She said. She had a very nice smile. I hated to lie to her. Nothing's going on.
Nothing's going on. Just getting milk for my cat, I said. I didn't know you had a cat, she said. I meant to say coffee. You're right, I don't have a cat. Sometimes I refer to my coffee as my cat. It's just a private joke. Sorry, I said. Are you all right? She asked. Nothing's going on, Kirsten. I promise you, everything is normal. The president shook hands with a farmer, a real farmer. Is that such a big deal? I said. I saw that, she said. And that man was definitely not a farmer. Yeah, I know, I said, feeling better.
Is this how you usually think poetry is set up?
No.
So what do you think this is?
A poem?
It is a poem. Do you think that this is how poetry is usually set up?
No, but I'm okay with it, because I think poetry can be whatever you want it to be.
If you didn't know it was a poem, or if you didn't think it was a poem at first, like what would you think it was?
Short story?
I don't know, it doesn't sound like a poem.
Is this how you think poetry is usually set up?
What is poetry?
Yeah, I mean,
it
can be a
is.
poem. It doesn't have to rhyme. Yeah.
So is this how poetry is usually set up?
Actually don't know much about how poetry is set up. I would say no, from what I know.
Do you have a problem with the way it's set up, or do you think it's fine?
I don't have a problem with it. As long as it's good, you know.
Do you get any feelings from this poem?
I get feelings about the president and the White House, but also a feeling of uncertainty.
Does anything about this poem make you annoyed?
No.
My first reaction to this is that it seems like someone just with a mental illness. It seems like someone, this author, James Tate. I'm sorry if you're a student and you're seeing this, James. Okay. My first impression is this is just someone who's extremely paranoid. First impression I'm getting. If the poem had a different meaning, if it was supposed to mean something else, I don't think I picked up on it. It doesn't bother me. It's not a traditional poem, it's not like heavily structured. But it doesn't bother me. It flows well. When I read it, there were no awkward parts where I had to think, what does this mean? Or I had to even think twice or read anything twice. It flowed well.
Did anything in this poem make you annoyed?
Yeah, it was supposed to be funny, but it wasn't funny.
Nothing normal. Trying to be normal? What's trying to be normal? He's trying to be normal, but now he's abnormal. I like this. Maybe I looked more like I was trying to be normal. That's pretty suspicious.
Like, does that bother you that it's not set up like a poem, but it is a poem?
No, not at all.
Do you get any feelings from this poem?
No, I think it's like sarcastic, kind of.
Yeah, I actually do really like the poem.
So you would recommend it to someone?
Yeah. The end where he just changes tones. All of a sudden he brings up the president to Kirsten. He's like, nothing's going on. The president shook hands with the farmer, a real farmer. I thought that was funny.
This is coming from a comedic place, this poem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, but I don't, what do you mean?
Well, some people don't think it's funny.
Well, they're wrong.
Like, would you recommend this poem to anyone?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think everyone should read poetry.
Do you like the poem?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought he was funny, like the narrator.
So you think this is more of like just one of those pointless comedies that are funny because it's like the joke is the joke?
Yeah.
So you can definitely see a different point, like a comedic point of view with this.
Yes. I think I was smiling when I was reading it.
Even the title is intriguing. Bounden Duty. I'm not sure what that means or what that implies. It is interesting for sure. I'll probably look up James Tate in the poem and see if there's any meanings I didn't pick up after this.
Do you know what irreverent comedy is?
Irreverent comedy. I do not know what irreverent comedy is.
Well, I think that this is what that poem is. I think it's just the joke is the joke. Like, there's no point to this poem. It's just kind of funny. We all get like that sometimes, especially now. Like, we're always joking about what's going on, even though we're all afraid at the same time. And it's just kind of, it's silly. Like, it doesn't need to mean anything.
Okay, that explains it pretty well. Yeah, irreverent comedy. This is definitely it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much of a point to it. It is humorous. The poem is humorous, and yeah, I can imagine irreverent comedy being a way of like just a coping method. It could be one if someone was actually very worried, or just senseless, just regular humor. I like it.
So you like the poem?
Yeah, I like the poem very much.
So you think this was definitely a comedic point of view?
Yes.
And you're not mad that it doesn't really have a point?
Well, it kind of does have a point to make you laugh, I guess.
So it didn't bother you that you don't really know what the situation is? A lot of people
No,
thought that this poem it just came out of nowhere.
no, it doesn't
And it
matter.
didn't
what the
make any
situation
sense.
is,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
yeah. No.
So, do you get any feelings from this poem?
Oh, I get all sorts of feelings. No, it just makes me feel good. It's a happy poem. It's nice and funny. No serious, crazy topics. It's just lighthearted, fun.